Hello there, test subjects. Sign in with the room code, then take a picture or draw yourself for our records. Welcome to Role Models. We're not mad scientists, we're glad scientists. Here at the lab, we've spent years searching for the genetic magic that makes each and every human a truly unique individual. But that was hard, so we found a shortcut. We theorize every friend group has some version of the smart one, the popular one, the troubled loner who I can change. You get the idea. And these roles make it a lot easier to figure people out with science. You guys are going to match your fellow test subjects to the roles that fit them best. My lovely assistant will put all the data into the tubes, and at the end, we'll crunch the numbers and tell each of you who you really are. Okay, the lab's got some fresh cadavers coming at 9, so let's go. Vote for a category to get us started. Ideally, something everyone knows a little bit about. Which of the 7 dwarves are you? So, on your device, you've got the names of your fellow lab rats. Drag each one to the role you think fits them best. That includes yourself. Oh, and you'll see a little 99% sign next to each role. Tap that to lock in the answer you're 99% certain will match what everyone else picks. I'll make it worth your while if you're right, so make sure to pick someone. When everyone's given out their roles, we'll check out the results. Let's see who's who. Show me the votes. Get rid of the outliers. There's our winner. Yippee! I like to reward my lab rats for positive behavior, so I'll give you guys these nutritious science pellets. Whenever your answers match the group, whoever has the most at the end is my lab rat of the month. Plus, they keep your pelts shiny. Hooray! But like, in a good way. You're too smart to follow naming conventions. Subjects who already have a role don't need another one, so let's lose these votes. If I know my science, this is a tie. That means we get to do an experiment to see who gets the role. What's the most embarrassing thing that could happen right now? Enter your answer on your device. Your fellow lab rats will decide whether you get the role. Even if you're not sure you want the role, I'm handing out science pellets to the winner, so do your best. It's an experiment, man. You think the frog always wants to get dissected? That's what we're working with. Vote on your devices now. And there you have it. Acing this test definitely deserves some science pellets. Just don't spoil your dinner. Wake up and collect the pellets. Last one picked for a role, huh? We've all been there. I've got a backup role that might fit you better. Everyone vote on which role this controversial subject deserves. You did it! Sort of. And I'll reward your behavior with some science pellets. There's our lineup. And here's everyone's science pellets. Remember, you get pellets when your answers match the group or you perform the best in a tiebreaker experiment. Keep that in mind if you want to beat your fellow guinea pigs. Select the next category. Which Star Wars character best fits each of you? Let the truth-telling begin. And remember to tap the 99% button next to the combo you feel most strongly about. Let's find out who you are. Might want to work on your parenting skills. The only one who isn't a whiner. You started from the bottom, and now you're here. You're too cool for space. Now that's a roll I've not heard in a long, long time. You really know yourself, or at least what your friends think of you. Here's how it all shook out. And real quick, you are scary good at this. Do you want a job? Okay, we've got some solid info on each of you. Now let's run the numbers and see if anything interesting pops up. I can tell from your rolls, you two are complete opposites. If you look at the data a certain way, that is. We're not leaving here until we find out which of you is better at being you. What is the perfect revenge? I want both of you to write an answer that fits the trait above your head. Your peers will decide whose answer fits the best. Okay, there's the data. Vote on your devices now. In science, we call that a shutout. Based on your rolls, you're total opposites. At least in this one extremely specific way. Science demands an experiment to see which of you is better for science. On your way to a blind date, you run into your old flame. They ask if you're free for coffee now. How do you handle it? Type an answer on your device. This is what we got. Vote on your devices now. Yeah, I'd call that pretty conclusive. Your roles tell me that you're polar opposites. From a very specific point of view, anyway. We're gonna pit you against each other and see who wins. What's the best way to get to know your neighbors? Write your answer on your device. That's what they came up with. Vote on your devices now. The data has spoken. All right, pick your final category. What do you do when you're on a road trip? Assign those roles. Let's see where we landed. Step on it. Recalculating. I spy you with my little eye. These subjects are tied. Let's fix that. Vote on your devices now. The winning subject gets the role. We were all thinking the same thing on that one. Hey, one vote is better than no votes. That's the lineup. One last thing before we close the book on this experiment. Let's see if there are any more interesting patterns in those roles. I can tell from your roles, you two are complete opposites. If you look at the data a certain way, that is. We're not leaving here until we find out which of you is better at being you. If you were on MTV's Real World, what would your nickname in the house be? Enter your answer on your device. have it. Vote on your devices now. I feel so much better now. You guys, your roles tell me you've got something in common. I can't stand not knowing who's better. You're about to enter the Thunderdome. You're told to dress to intimidate. What do you wear? Answer the prompt on your devices, and we'll settle this once and for all. There's the data. Vote on your devices now. Wow, no contest there. That was the final piece of data. Get ready for your final roles as determined by everything your fellow subjects said about you. And our winning lab rat with the most total science pellets is... Everyone vote for the category that looks the most interesting, preferably something you all know a bit about. Which great bad movie are you? Okay, make those matches. You're terrible, in a classic kind of way. You're bad, but you have great outfits. Oh, hi, test subject. Personally, I think you're more shock than terror. Time to get a new agent. Looks like your peers weren't feeling any of these roles for you. I've got a Plan B role that might speak to you. Everyone vote on which role should go to our mysterious test subject. You win some, you lose some. And this roll comes with some science pellets. Here's where we landed. And here's how many science pellets everyone has. Just a reminder, I'll reward you with pellets when your answers match the group or when you do the best in a tiebreaker experiment. Keep that in mind if you want to be the winning test subject. Okay, what's next? Which classic 90s movie are you? Don't overthink this. And don't forget to tap that 99% next to the role you're most sure about. Let's see what everyone picked. Woohoo! As if. Hooray! You were meta before meta was cool. No need to remake you. Yippee! Wow, we do have a real jam going down. Woohoo! Do you know what they call this test subject in France? Still no role for you after all that data. Don't worry, I've got a consolation role that might do the job. Everyone vote on which role fits our neglected subject the best. At least you got something. You get the role and some science pellets. Here's where we ended up. Oh, and you? You are freaking me out with these predictions. Get out of everyone's heads. Okay, I feel like I'm getting to know you guys, so let's see if I can do anything with the data we have so far. You guys, your roles tell me you share a common personality trait. You guys are like twins, but one of you has to be better. You're at a trade convention and can write anything you want on your name tag. What do you write? Answer the prompt on your devices and we'll settle this once and for all. There you go. Vote on your devices now. The process works. You two, your roles tell me you share a common characteristic. Which is cute and all, but there can be only one. What's the worst thing you can say on a first date? Answer the prompt on your devices and we'll settle this once and for all. That's the raw data. Vote on your devices now. Wow, this was the role you were made for. Okay, what will our last category be? Which romantic movie title best describes you? Okay, make those matches. Out who you are. Yeah. Congrats, you won the bet. Yippee! You're not missing much. Simply perfect. Ooh, I love a tie. It means we get more data. Type an answer on your device. Your fellow lab rats will decide whether you get the role. Here it is. Vote on your devices now. That's that. Time to break this tie. Vote on your devices now. The subject with the most votes gets the role. We were all thinking the same thing on that one. Yippee! You only got one vote, but you're still the best person for this role. Science can be weird. Here's our lineup. One last thing before the experiment ends. Let's see if we can draw any more conclusions from your roles. Based on your roles, you're total opposites. At least in this one extremely specific way. Science demands an experiment to see which of you is better for science. Hello has been retired. You are allowed to pick the new universal greeting. What is it? I want both of you to write an answer that really plays up the characteristic above you. The rest of you will decide who wins. There it is. Vote on your devices now. Just as I hypothesized. That was the final piece of the puzzle. Allow me to present your final roles, determined by everything your fellow guinea pigs said about you. And our lab rat of the month with the most total science pellets is...